Bam! What is up with the squad? It's your favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies in the building. Check ball. We up. Everybody loves Juju. 1-2 back off the road in the building. I don't know where Juju just went to. We're gonna give her a second to click back in. Fam, what's good? What is good? What is good? How y'all doing? Ju, what's up, Ju?
My camera is tripping and it's delayed, y'all. Hold
Back like we never
on. Am
left.
I on?
Ju- yeah,
Okay.
you on, Ju. I see you. We
Am
good.
I on? Sorry, y'all.
You on. You on. Emily, what's good, Emily?
Okay.
Oh, Ju. All right, Ju. You good? Okay, I think I got you now. What's up, Ju?
It's going it's going in now. What's happening?
What's up, Ju?
I apologize. I'm having some technical difficulties on my end. It's like streaming and coming back.
It looked like it's catching up with itself now or something. So, what's good? What's good? Emily Jones, FM, what's good? It's a good day, says working and lurking. Let's go.
Okay.
FM, you came in hot. Like, where's Washu? What's up, FM? Ju, so you back off the road.
Working and
Glad
lurking.
everything. Glad you had your safe travels. Made it back to the crib. Uh, Getting ready to finish this year out, Ju. Non-conference is wrapping up. Today I'm doing something with everybody. Buy, sell, hold. Buy, sell, hold,
Yay.
Ju. I got 10. Well, you know what? And then, Ju, you threw one out there. You threw one out there that I didn't have on my list. So I'm going to add them. So it's gonna be 11 for you because you threw one at me on the last show that I didn't get to talk about. So
Now my sound went
we
out.
gon' we gonna find out. So buy, sell, hold on these teams, whether they can make a run into March or not, right? Uh-oh. Jew, I think you froze. I think you froze now. We're gonna give you a minute to come out to go out and come back in. Where's Washu? It's a good day, says working and lurking. You kind of might blow the Trojans out Saturday. Really, boo. Okay. FM say Juju. Okay, Jew,
They
there you
want to
go. I
jump
got you
right to
back
the
now.
hot. But
This the
we
fun
trying
part
to.
right here. This the
You had an
this the
agenda, and they jump
this
right
the
to
this
it.
the this the fun part.
Whoa.
This the fun part. This
Oh,
easy.
wow.
You can buy, sell, or hold. Who cares? These ain't none of these. I don't think none of these are teams. So we can have some fun with these. The first one I got to know on the buy, sell, hold Tennessee, Jew. You buy, sell, hold Tennessee.
That they will make a run. Right. I don't know if I freeze though. Um, I buy.
Okay, buying Tennessee. Buying Tennessee. Okay. Any
Am I
special
supposed to tell
reason?
why I think they? Or
Yeah, you can tell us why for sure. Yeah, for sure. If it's something specific that you want to say about why you buying them, yeah, for sure.
I think that they
Uh
have.
oh, Jew. I think you just froze. You might want to go out and come
What
back.
it takes, and
Yep, it's like you going in and out.
Sorry.
1990. They said
Sorry.
1998 Wi-Fi going on.
I'm going
You
in
might want to you
and
might want to go out and come back in.
out.
That might it might because it may just be
So,
StreamYard. It may not even really be your Wi-Fi. It could just be StreamYard being weird.
because it looks like I'm okay on the internet on here.
Okay, you want to keep going? I didn't because I didn't get to hear. I didn't get to hear why you said you was buying Tennessee. So if you think you back, we can rock.
Okay. So, all right. So, okay. So basically, I think that Tennessee has a great press working for them. They've been testing it all non-conference long. They're starting to gel, and they shoot a pretty good three ball.
Shoot,
I
thirty
think
threes.
Juju because
I'll
you're
say
like a
that.
one and done, and so because you're one and done and you're putting that kind of pressure out, Sweet 16.
I think you say you think they can get to the Sweet 16, but it's almost like we losing every other word, you. So I don't know if you might want to go out and come back in. That might be the best for us to try that.
Did you catch that? Because on my end, it's like I'm going in. You're going in and out now.
Yeah, for me, you going in and out.
No,
So maybe you want to try to go
I'm
out and
going
come
in and
back
out.
in. Y'all tell
I
me.
can see this is not good.
Y'all
I
give
don't
me
know what it. I don't know what it
what
is.
number can I say? Three in the chat if y'all getting a
Oh,
delay on Juju, or if it's just on my end. Y'all give me a three in the chat if you're getting a delay on Juju. Let me know.
this is StreamYard.
Okay, thank you. I think Juju gonna try to come back in. Then we're gonna get this buy sell hold done. Getting threes. Okay. Um. Okay, Juju gonna come back in. And is the delay just on Juju? Is the delay just on Juju? Let me know. Bringing her back up now. Ju.
Oh my god! It took me stream. It's StreamYard. It's like it kicked
Okay.
me all the way out. Look at this. And I'm still frozen. Let me turn my camera off, bro. Like
So
this.
you're not frozen on my. You're not.
Excuse
You know.
me.
You gonna try to turn the camera off? Okay. You want to just talk? Because it looked like your background went down too.
Until it. Yeah. Shit. Come on now. It won't even let me push these buttons. StreamYard is tripping. It's like working super
What?
slow. Anyway, basically, I just said that the bring all up in it, miss. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it just keeps going in and out, and then it took StreamYard actually kicks me out, but my internet is on. Um, basically says I just think that they'll make a good run.
Okay. Feeling like they're gonna make a good run. All right. I think what you said was that you feel like they'll make a good run. So, Ju, if you can still hear me, because I think the camera's off now. The
Yeah,
next school
but you
is.
heard why? Because I was saying like the press.
Oh yeah, you said because of the press.
Well, yeah, the press, the three
Okay,
point
so the
shot,
next school
right?
that I
It's the
got for you then is
tournament.
Louisville.
Um, you know, no, they're not ready. They're not
Buy, sell,
ready.
hold. You selling Louisville? I think
I
you said
think that
sell
they're
on
just
Louisville.
working on. I say sell, sell, sell.
Okay.
Yeah,
Texas. Buy, sell,
working
hold
on
on
it.
Texas. Jew, you still there? Buy, sell, hold on Texas.
Now, what else? Can you hear me?
I hear you, but I think we on a delay. So I said buy, sell, hold on Texas.
Oh, Texas. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna buy.
Texas.
I'm gonna buy on Texas.
Buying on Texas. Okay, is there a reason why you buying
I'm gonna buy
Texas?
Texas. The coach, the coach. I think that Rory and Madison just need a little bit more time. Once they go through the SEC, it's going to make them tougher,
Mm.
and they come out of the SEC a better team. They'll learn a lot playing LSU and playing. I mean, you could take three teams out of the SEC, right? For sure, right? Even more than that in a tournament,
Yeah, sure.
just to get into the tournament and try to make a little run. I think Texas. Yeah, I'm not saying that. I don't know. I'm not going to make the Elite Eight, but they might.
Yeah, yeah. No, we're not picking. We're not picking where they go, where they fall out. Just can they make a deep
They'll
run? Do you
get to
think
the.
they
I think
are?
they
Are they ready to compete?
could
Are they
get.
a year
Well,
off?
once I
Are
see
they?
them,
They
if they
don't
get
have
to
the
the.
skill set.
Once I see them playing the SEC, I'll know chemistry. I think it's about chemistry, and I think they got a lot of toughness in them. And
Okay, okay. So next school, if you
I don't know. I
if you
don't
done
see
with
them in the Final Four, but yeah.
okay, I think you said you don't see him in the final four. There's a little delay
Did you
right
say
there.
another team?
So then, not after Texas,
Oh,
you
okay,
said the
little
last thing I think
delay.
you said about Texas was you don't see them in the final four. So then, my next school that I would ask you about would be Oklahoma. How you feel about Oklahoma? Buy, sell, hold.
Oklahoma is weird. Oklahoma. I don't believe. I don't really believe in Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma will beat up on those teams that are going to play big and slow, and I don't think that they can keep up with the faster paced teams. Um, and so I think I'd sell on them. Now,
Selling
when you
Oklahoma.
say deep run, when you say make a run, who can get to 16 or something like that? I mean, because they could probably.
Just, I mean, get to the tournament, have a good season, not go too, not too much. Jew, can you hear me?
And Oklahoma is now. Yeah, Oklahoma's in the SEC, right?
Right, right.
So so pick. Yeah, I don't know about them.
And I think right now Oklahoma's ranked like what, number 10 or something. I think they rank like number 10.
Oklahoma just when I think of Oklahoma, I think of Reagan Bears.
That's it, huh? Okay. So
Huh?
they sold them just
Say
on
that
that.
again.
Only you sold them
I
just
just
because it's only Reagan there.
yeah,
They don't
because
have
I can
enough.
only think of her, and hmm, that's how I feel. I don't know any other pieces.
No, I feel you. Look, I sold them.
What
Uh,
do you think?
I sold Oklahoma. I don't believe in them. Um,
I don't.
King Lion Crown is saying Texas could beat the Trojans. Mm, I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, I told you. I mean, it's not fair for me to say, but in November we scrimmaged them. We had a private scrimmage and we beat them. But I don't. I mean, what people look like in November is totally different than what they'll look like in March.
I mean, sure, but I mean,
So
if we saying like, could Texas
me
beat
being
the
back.
Trojans right now? If Texas played USC right now, I would have USC. If Texas played USC
I
right
would
now,
have
I would have
USC.
USC. Like, I don't know that because I don't know that Rory. I don't know that Rory could dominate the USC guards. Booker maybe gets hers, but I guess,
No,
and I don't know if that would be
not by
Marshall
herself.
or Iriafin that would defend her, but I probably would go USC. I probably would go USC against Texas right now. Next school, buy, sell, hold, Michigan, Jew, Michigan.
So
You selling Michigan? Wow, okay.
they're two. They're
I'm
not.
holding on
They're
Michigan.
almost
I'm
there.
holding
They're
on
not
them. I want to
there.
see
They're
what
not.
the two
They're,
freshmen can do.
they're, yeah, you want to see? Yeah, they're
Yeah,
not. They're not here. I mean, as of right now today, they're to make a run. They're not. I believe in them. Trust me, I believe in them. Just not right. Not this year.
okay, okay. And when you say a run, that means like coming out of the Big Ten, something like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Coming
okay.
out and getting into elite. I'm looking at 16 top 16 teams
Oh
in
yeah,
that
I don't know
tournament.
that I have. I don't know that I have them as a top 16 team. Yeah, no, no, no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Even though I'm holding on them, I'm not holding on them because I think they could be a top 16. I don't know that I think they could be a top 16. Um, 21, they lost to Oklahoma. I expected them to show up a little bit better against Oklahoma. Um, so I'm holding to see what happens with those freshmen. Let's see. Iowa State, Artie Crooks.
Oh,
You said, "Oh,
Audie.
oh,
I don't.
sheesh." Well, I didn't expect
Yeah.
that reaction. You said, "Oh."
uh,
I mean, that was just short of bless her heart, Jude.
because I
Damn.
mean, if you're gonna, if yeah, because I feel that, you know, they can beat up on some teams because going inside out, but I need those outside players to knock some balls down. Right now, everybody's working on their three ball. Everybody, even us, we've been trying to knock down some threes too. Everybody's got to at least make. You gotta make at least the way things are going threes as a team, and I don't see no shooters on that team. And Lion said, Iowa, oh, we're not even there yet. Well, you're just throwing stuff out, Lion. Sorry, Sam. He's just throwing stuff out. I guess they want to. I guess you guys want to talk about us, my team, so bad. They want to get into that, but we're doing something else on the show right now.
Yeah,
We're
no, we could.
doing
Yeah, we
we're,
almost done.
we're
We,
doing
we almost done. Then
bio
they can
check.
ask you about. Then they can ask you about. They can let you know who they think will beat the Trojans. We almost done. LSU, buy, sell, hold.
Buy. I buy. I buy into them. They got a lot of grit, a lot of speed, a lot of dog, just heart. Been there before. Good coach. She even if I don't even like fully, believe in them, you know, making it past the elite eight. I just think that they want it so bad over there. They want it so bad, and she to see how she's developing Wolf. I'm actually seeing it before my eyes, getting her to buy into getting her to buy into playing the position that her height dictates, but also
Qu-
knowing that she can be stretched too.
Question: do you attribute the development of Wolf to Moki, or is that the Augustus effect? What do you think there? You
I
think
don't
it's a
know if that is
combination?
Augustus. She's a guard. I mean, I think it's a combination of their coaching staff over there. You forget that there's a male coaching staff. I don't know his name, but Flage and
No, oh,
Angel
I don't
talk about
forget.
him
What
a
I
lot.
remember is that people say that they don't get the players don't get developed at LSU. So this is why I'm saying
Well,
is
okay.
that the
Oh, I
Augustus
hear.
effect?
I don't know why people say that. I don't know if who said that, but I think that um, that man, and I've seen his interaction with Flage and Angel, and I've heard the things that they've said, and I think that I've heard him talk and speak before. I like him, and I think he's a big part of LSU, big part of their bigs, because anybody that can get Anissa Morrow, who's undersized, who's always been undersized, and she told her story of how her mom was a post player, and I think when she played for her mom, um, and it was she wanted to be able to play, but the only position she had available was a post player. I think she was playing for her mom, and she learned a lot of skills down there. And she's just a dog. I mean, she's double, 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 double. I cannot ignore that. She's picking up right where Angel left off, and I know that has a lot to do with him. Um, yeah, so I think that there is development um, at LSU, and I think he has a big part of it with the post players.
All right, 49 in the chat. Run them likes up. The math is not math, and I got 49 people in the chat, 15 likes. Double tap on the screen, hit the like. If you're on the TV, scroll up and to the right, hit the like. Make sure you're liking on both platforms, please. We appreciate the support. Juju, next school, TCU. Buy, sell, hold.
Um, I like TCU. I like whenever I see a point and a big working well together, and I think that the experience of the big will. I actually see her making it in the dub because of her experience, age, being surrounded by better players, not having to be the sole focal point. But quicker, faster players, the thing that saves them is HVL. But we need. But I think they do. I just don't recall their names right now. I think their forwards will need to hit some shots, produce. They need to execute,
The other player that I know they got
and
over there is
let the game come to
Connor. Is
see
that
if
her
you
name?
could
Connor?
definitely get to the Sweet 16.
Okay. You see them at 316. Okay, so you
Yeah,
buy in
Connor.
there.
I
Yeah,
was gonna say that, but I wasn't sure.
yeah, no, I sold TCU. I don't believe in them. Although the big will go to the WNBA. I sold them. I don't believe them to really make a run or make any noise.
Like I always
Uh
say,
here's
you
one.
just need three strong, consistent. You sold them.
Yeah, I sold them. And I sold them because when we showed up, they didn't have three consistent. They had one and nobody else showed up. When it got time to be in a fight, got dunked on, didn't want to play no more. Got dunked on was cool. After the poster was like, oh, I don't want no more of this. And Connor never showed up
I mean,
to the
and
fight.
before that,
The only one that showed up
and
to the
before
fight was
that, it
HVL. And
was a
HVL rolled her sleeves up and was like, yo, we throwing them, we scrapping. Let's go. And she scrapped to the end, but nobody on her team ever got back to back with her and scrapped with her. And so for me, if you can't scrap then, you definitely ain't gonna scrap come March.
okay. I respect that. I think TCU is going to be better. I think that they are going to play themselves into. I mean, I seen them play very very well against obviously Notre Dame at that moment. If they can have, I seen them fight and scrap to beat. It was either NC State, Oklahoma. They went down to the wire. They came back from being down. They just didn't really know what to do at that moment, at that time with South Carolina. I think tournament time, everybody's play steps up. Everybody's schematic step up. And I think he's a smart coach. I don't know how well he would match up against South Carolina, and I could say South Carolina because South Carolina isn't. I mean, they're in the top right now, but I don't know where they'll be come tournament time. Like where they if they were to run into them, but that's South Carolina. They're not going to run into a team in my eyes like South
I don't think
Carolina,
HBL. I don't
unless they're
think
going to go up
HBL want to
against
see
UCLA.
LSU either. I don't think HBL want to see LSU either.
I
They
don't know
licking
where
their
they would
chops
run
looking for
into
her.
them at.
I don't think
But
TCU
they're
would do well
not
against like
in
a
the SEC.
Tennessee in that press.
So we're but in my eyes they're not going to face them until deep in the run. But if they get if they get to face any of those teams, that means they went pretty far deep in the run, which is what we're talking about. So they made a run, and I don't think they're gonna. I think they're going to be right there in the top 16 teams.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, you may be right. They may be in top 16. I don't have them there. I don't have them there. Here's
I
one.
don't see them dropping out of the. I
It
don't
was a
see them
delay. You were
dropping
saying
down
something?
to below 16. I don't think
You
that.
know?
I don't
Okay.
see them dropping. I don't see them dropping by the tournament time, like in 20 top 20 to 25. They're not going to be that low.
So you don't see him
That's
lower than
all.
the top 25, or you don't see him lower than the top 16.
I don't see them lower than the top 16.
Okay, because I stay at 12 right now, and I think Tennessee may come up. I don't know about Michigan State. I got to look at them. Um, I'm watching Cal. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. You know, they may stay right there. But to me, as far as like being able to make a deep run or make some noise, I'm still selling them. FSU, Florida State University. I'm holding on them just because I ain't seen them enough.
Well, I've seen them enough, and I love uh I love Latson, but she's not enough to carry the team. They have some other pieces, but for some reason, I just they what are they in the ACC? Um, I see some other teams that could get them. I think she's gonna. I think she'll continue. I don't think I'm gonna. I'm gonna hold on them, but I
Yeah,
just
I'm
think
holding. I
they're a
just
good
it's
team, but
like
that's not enough.
they gonna score a lot of points. They might block a lot of shots, make some noise. I don't know. Like with all of the scoring and the shot blocking that's
I
going
want to
on at Florida
sell.
State,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the
Go
reason
ahead.
I was gonna sell them was because with all the scoring and shot blocking that's going on, you haven't even cracked the top 25 in your non-conference, right?
Exactly.
You
So
haven't cracked the top 25 and
exactly.
and now we're getting ready to go into
You haven't
conference,
even
and now it's like, are y'all better than these people in y'all conference?
no,
I
and that's
don't
why I
think
want to.
so, but I'm holding
That's why
because partly because Wody has so much potential, see so much potential in him. I'm trying to hold to see if I see the potential. But right now, uh, if I had to pick today, I would sell him. But because I got time, I'm holding to see if they do
I'm gonna
something.
sell
But
them. Yeah, yeah. I'm
you
gonna sell
selling
them
them?
because they did, like you said, it's like you haven't even cracked the top 25. When are you gonna do that? And when you do that,
Hmm.
where do you? I see Georgia Tech like didn't even like stop. They didn't even stop to say hello, wave before they just
So
went
and
boom.
that was
You
going to
know what
ask
I
you
mean?
about one of them. I'm holding on Georgia Tech because I haven't watched them enough. Buy, sell, hold Georgia Tech.
I'm buying.
You buying Georgia Tech. Okay. I'm holding on Georgia Tech, but the last school that I really was gonna ask you about was one that I'm buying. I'm putting all the chips in, in on them if I have to. Ohio State. I'm buying Ohio State. Buy, sell, hold Ohio State.
Hold,
Hold on Ohio. Okay. So Ohio, um,
hold.
you bought TCU at
That
12.
that
Why are
I'll
you
tell you.
holding on? Why
I
are you
said
holding OSU at 11?
I'm holding them there, that which is a pretty good spot. One because of the injuries that have occurred with each player. The freshmen. Whenever I think about them, I think of Cody, Jelani, and Chance. I think her name is, and I just feel like I don't. They're so. They don't really have bigs. They don't really do anything extraordinarily special like threes or press or um, I don't know what stands out to me about them, like
Is it the
defense
threes that aren't
or
consistent
something.
for you? Because like for Chance Gray to have a game where she had eight threes, to me they can be special at three. So is it just consistency at three that you don't see,
No, and
or what is it?
it's who else can shoot the three.
And
Like
so
who else on their team
TCU
besides
said you were
Rutgers
buying them at 12 because you don't see them falling out of the
to make
top
the run?
2025. Ohio State is at 11. Do you see them falling out of the top 2025?
I just think of experience. Who I was eight. Oh, keep them. Keep.
Oh, Drew, I think we back on a tech issue. I didn't hear. I know you said. I know you said hold.
You
But
hear I
I'm not
said?
for sure.
I
I
said.
heard. I know you said
I said.
hold, but I'm not for sure why.
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
I. Mm-hmm. I don't think I. I said that. I see them in. I see them in the top 16. I see them in the top 16, but I don't think they just have enough to get to an eight like that. I mean, the top eight teams are kind of like. Let me if I can just look real quick. Let me see the top eight right now. The top eight.
Uh,
The top eight. I think. Well, I can. I know we're like. The top eight. What they got? Because that. Oh, because in the top eight right now, when I'm looking at where they have LSU and Texas, I think it's going to be very very painful for them in the SEC, only because I think they'll be uh, knocking each other off, getting splitting games, and then I think they threw in a some non-conference heavy hitters in there. I think even in the midst of their conference play, I think they still got some top teams that they're going to play. I don't know, you guys. I just don't. I think that the top 7 to 8, maybe nine. I can't even pull it up right. Oh, because I turned my thing off. I can't even see it right now. The top.
top eight.
Look,
The top eight
I just
are
don't. I just.
UCLA, South Carolina, Notre Dame, UConn, LSU, Texas, USC, Maryland.
Yeah, I don't even see them beating Maryland right now
Okay.
at this moment.
Okay. Um, that was all I had for buy. That was all I had for buy, sell, hold. You
Uh,
were traveling yesterday, so I didn't get to get your reaction to Asia's new Nike extension. Asia, um, letting us see the A1, the private jet with the A1 logo on there and the A1 throughout the jet, all of that stuff. So to get your feelings, your thoughts on Asia's deal and the response, of course, that we've seen so far.
I don't know what the response is that we've seen so far by
Oh,
the
just
Met.
total crash out, total crash out, total crash out
Is it a crash
on.
out?
Oh goodness, Caitlin,
I
why
think
didn't
it's
Caitlin,
great. I think.
Caitlin, all of that.
Oh, that kind of thing. I mean, basically, it's like you know what what what's what does that age always say about what's delayed doesn't necessarily mean rejection type of thing.
Denied.
I think that
Delay doesn't
when
mean
you
denied
see
for
these
sure.
things happening, denied like it doesn't mean denied, and I think that you hold and you do what she did obviously because she can't look how big she came out and look how big and what her extension means and what it entails. When you see them say like Juju, she had a Nike contract in high school. Then the extension of it reflects like she had a phenomenal, like exceptional, like obviously something that a freshman hasn't done yet. And for her to get the extension on it, it's going to look totally different than what she already started with in high school because she was fulfilling the hype. So just because you hear, okay, she got it, but you don't get to see as it's being developed. And one thing I heard her say, Asia say, was She had the thing. She had the shoe deal 2 years ago, but they say it takes time to develop the shoe and to market. To develop the shoe, and then, like you always say, everything else that comes along with it. Now, what's her name? Um, Asia was a little different. Angel was a little different because she had the clothing and she already had this idea, but that's part of like her major. That's part of like her brand, fashion. So she's real fashion minded. But look what but Asia went to the jet type thing, and all that came with it. I think, like, she set in a blueprint, but also I think the blueprint setter was Candace. I think they look up to Candace. Both of them talk about that. Candace, she would be doing this. She does it in a business minded way. She set the blueprint in a business minded way towards the brand that she wanted to do, which is communications and things like that. But I think it's fantastic. Asia is doing phenomenal. I mean, she's actually setting the market for, like, okay, well, whoever's going to be uh, come and take this crown away from me, because hers needs to be huge. Hers needs to be phenomenal. It's like the best player going both ways. So yeah, I mean, I just great. I think I don't have it with it. I don't know why the Clarkies are going crazy, because I just wouldn't. I see her bulking up. I see her getting bigger. I see her working on all the things that she needed, that she was lacking, coming from a long season, going to the post season with in college, straight to the pros. So I think that once Caitlin knows who she is and how she wants to market herself and how her team wants to see, I know some things that her and Cheryl Reeves are working on, which is to help college players become pros and set up this whole thing. She's going to go in a different direction. It's not going to be the flash and this and that. It's going to be something totally different that looks different for her. So I don't know. I don't know why they are trying to compare to Asia, because that's, you know, the way that Asia's marketing team. That's her. That's who she is. It fits her. I
I
don't know
agree,
why
but
they're
I think
crashing
even more
out. I mean,
important than
because
that,
they haven't even said. They said JUJU got the richest Nike deal in female history. Then they say Asia got the richest, but they didn't say numbers. But then they want to throw it in our face with 28 million for Clark. I don't. Why talk about money? Like, let's just show the way Asia's doing, like putting her stamp out there on things that she's doing. That's all I know. Is I just saw the jet, and what else does she have? Like, they didn't talk a number,
no, I
but I
haven't
think
heard a
she
number,
deserves
but I
everything
think
she's
so. But I also
everything
heard like
she's
Asia's
got.
deal was an extension. She got an extension to a deal that she already had. And I think
What
what
she already
kills me
had.
is that there's a I guess there's a comparison in these levels. There's Juju and there's Caitlyn and Asia. It looks like that they've been comparing, and it's like there there's not a comparison. There's not a comparison.
I
Got
don't think there's a
an
comparison.
extension. Asia got an extension, and her deals and her money are
Mm-hmm.
based on what she has done in the years that she's been in the league. Right, so 7 years in the league. This is what she's done. It's re-up time. Asia was
Yeah.
smart to come back and re-up at this time
Mm-hmm.
because she let the new, if you will, uh, minimum wage get set on these deals, right? So Asia had her deal, and she was like, cool.
Mm-hmm.
She was cool. Asia, she's never. I've never heard her
Mm-hmm.
complain about her coin. Then Caitlyn got a deal that was 28 million, and Juju got her deal, whatever that was.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's Asia is supposed to come back and say, hey, okay, I see what y'all are giving out for potential now. Juju has a deal based
Mm-hmm.
on potential, which has been solidified some by what she was able to do with her first year in college. Caitlin's deal is based on the records that she
It's
broke in
based on
college, but also
it's
a
based
lot of
on
what
being
they think
from high
her
school
potential.
and then freshman, but I think Asia's would be higher.
a lot of what they think her potential is going to be going forward. So two are more potential based deals, and one has some stats and things to go with it. So I don't even compare. I don't even think that you can compare them because they deals shouldn't be the same because they're not at the none of them are on the same level. Like I don't even understand the comparison.
I think I
I wouldn't.
I think this. I think this. I think I think this. It's no. It's like it's apples and oranges in a way because I think what Juju did as not only in high school, that's where she got it, and that was huge because I don't think either one of them did. So then she extends it based on her national attention as a freshman, and then Kaylin, you're a rookie of the year. We cannot with votes in the MVP. That's huge. Team didn't go far, hasn't won championships, um, but you broke a huge scoring record. You know, so hers is legit. And then Asia, here you are going on your third. Well, I don't remember how many championship MVPs and defensive players of the year and all of that. So when I see the I don't know the number, but I know how much jets are. I mean, I know around the range of what if that's her jet and she owns that. That's already throwing it right out there to me. That's huge
But the thing
because
about
not
Asia
only
is
it's not
Asia
justified just
might
one person around.
she might have bought her jet with her New York Times bestseller money. Asia's
Ooh, I don't know
portfolio
about that. I
is
don't know
so
about that.
diverse. She's done things. She has
But
years on these players
mm-hmm.
where she's done things that they haven't had an opportunity to do yet. They haven't had an
and
opportunity
then
to do that yet. So we don't know where they'll be
and
at Asia's by the time they're at Asia's point
and
in
then
the
and
W.
then and then the jet is not just for her. If she's and I'm sure she is. It's just like when you have an Airbnb. You can buy a huge property, and it looks like a hotel. You just don't go around. I'm gonna sleep in this room this on Monday, this room on Tuesday, this room on Wednesday. My family's gonna come. My handlers are gonna come. Everybody's got a room. It's not about no. That jet will fly around and be rented just like TWA, just like United or anybody else that needs that
Mhm.
jet.
I mean,
If you're
if you're
smart,
smart, if you're
you're gonna
smart,
make
yeah,
money
you're
off
gonna
of,
have your
and
jet
she
make you
is.
money.
You're gonna make you money. So it's an investment as well as her brand.
Oh,
But now her
absolutely,
brand is
absolutely.
flying around all over the place. So I think it's brilliant. So it's hard to calculate, right? What the actual here's the deal. Here's the deal. Let's say the deal is this, but what you do on that deal with that money with what you just bought, you're gonna make more money. It's like compounding your interest.
Oh, absolutely,
What?
absolutely, for
What?
sure.
Why does this
Um,
person not 1,000,000% disagree about what? About what? What are we talking?
who
What is
even
there to
cares?
disagree about?
Who even cares?
I'm just curious for
Who even
conversation.
cares that they disagree? Who even cares? Okay,
And
thank you for
is
letting us
what a
know.
threat? Oh, some are they talking to me? I don't know what they talking about.
They
Yeah,
can't
go
be
ahead,
talking to
sis. I
me
don't want
or
to look
you.
at it.
Yeah, I don't even know. Is it a rich in here or do I need to deal with it? I don't need you disagree with what? Who cares? If you want to be part of the
And
conversation,
then
jump in it. If
and
you want to be
I mean,
part of the
cause my
conversation, jump in the conversation. If you just in there
what is
typing,
your
just
opinion?
typing.
What is your opinion? You didn't say
The
anything.
opinion is that they
You have an
disagree.
opinion
So,
about what? There's so many things said just now.
dude, and because it was so many things said, I don't even got no time for that. Back to the conversation. Um,
Yeah,
if you got something you disagree with and want to add to the conversation, put it in there. But just I disagree, you wasted your time typing that. And then threats. We grown up here. Who you talking to? You better check. You need to check the temperature of this room. This probably ain't the chat you want to be in for real. Look around, see this where you want to be, and if not, the door is ajar. But
because
we not on that
we
type.
could meet
We
because we
not on
could
that.
meet
We
some.
not on
It
that
is
time.
your
We not on
opinion,
that
and
time.
it's our opinion. It's our opinion too. It's our opinion too. Because like you asked, you said something in a minute. I said, so what's the talk out there? Well, the Clark people are
Hmm.
saying the Clarkies feel what? Only thing I've heard is that poor little Clarkies are wondering. They feel like Nike is dropping the ball on her. Why? Maybe do you know how long it takes to design a shoe? Does she even know I, what it takes to go into production? She could be designing a shoe right now. It's like in between everything that she's got going on, they go back and forth with what do you like this? Do you like that? Do you want this? Do you want it the shape of your shoe? Foot. Is it for guards? Is it for men and women and kids? It's a lot that goes. It's in production. So what is there to be? What I do with my money, what Juju does, what Paige does, what Asia does, what Clark does with their deal is what they do with their deal, right? I hear a page like is donating, which is good because of a write off and things like that. But not only that, she's also contributed as well as Juju and Dawn to Unrivaled. They're making moves. You just don't hear about everything. So what is it that you know? Is nothing even to be upset about. You don't even know if Asia got as much as Clark did. If that's what you're worried about, that and why would Clark? This is my thing, Says. I wanted to say about this whole thing, and this is where I think the confusion comes. When you're talking about basketball and you're talking about stats and you're talking about uh, winning percentage shares and ratings and things like that, it's all on Asia right now. She's dominating in the last 3 to 4 years, right? 3 years or so. But when it comes to mass attention that has been that has an uptick occurred, it has a lot to do with Clark. So if you get a product, is it going to sell out like a shoe comes out? Is Clark's shoe just by trend anything that she produces that people can get their hands on is going to take Nike to the top. But if that's true, why haven't they just rushed it in production to go get that bag? And I think that's what they're. I think that's what they're. I think that's the difference. It's not Clark is not on a level of Asia. You don't come in one little rookie year, and then amass everything records that and then you're the best player in the league. You're not the best player in the league. If they had taken the Fever and to the finals and to play either Liberty or Minnesota or however that looks, they would have got wiped off the floor. They're not ready for that. She's not ready for that.
Hmm.
She's not ready for that. Okay? Her skill set was not. But the massive appeal and attention probably would have created a hysteria for her. So business wise and marketing wise, she probably is obviously the top attractor than everybody, than all of them. But we're talking about basketball. You just want to go lay eyes on seeing a player that doesn't fit the mold, doesn't appear like a superwoman or have the size or the girth or the build or skill set to like be so flashy. I think it's all about what consumers want to buy and what they're attracted to, and it's her.
So
So
here's my thing. I'm gonna just be honest. I think a lot of that is manufactured media, right? Manufactured media, and when I say that, a lot of times stuff is about how the headline reads and how many times they push that headline on you. My first example of that is Tiffany Haddish. There's not a funny moment that I can remember that I had with Tiffany Haddish, but the media would have you think that she's the funniest black female comedian out there. Not a knock on Tiffany, get your bag, right? It worked for her. The media was shoving her down my throat to the point where I was going, damn, is she funny? Damn, what am I missing? Nothing, because she wasn't for me. But the media
yeah,
will tell you that. Another thing that the media does, and I think this happens kind of around Caitlyn, and this isn't a knock on her breaking records or
okay,
being a drawer or selling stuff. I think that they push it so much that you believe that everything sells out, and so people then try to hurry up and
yeah,
buy stuff because they
yeah,
think it's going to sell out, right?
yeah,
Something
yeah,
happened. Something happened, and you got. I think it was last week or so,
uh-huh.
maybe 2 weeks. 2 weeks here recently. My people came in. Oh, Sess, do you know people in San Francisco? Do you know people in San Francisco? You got family in San Francisco? Sure, I do. Family all over the bay. What's going on?
Hmm.
7.1 earthquake just hit. Oh, San Francisco's all shook up. Okay,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
people here going crazy, calling my phone,
yeah,
telling me to check on my people because the media said Bay Area quake
yeah,
7.1. Blah blah blah. By the time I call, it's up north
yeah.
by Humboldt. and the tsunami is really off the coast of Portland and Oregon, right? Seattle area, and it has nothing to do with the San
Nothing to do
Francisco
where
Bay
I'm
Area.
at right
But the
now.
way that the media pushed it out, and I'm
Yeah,
texting people like, "You straight? You straight? Y'all
I
good?"
didn't feel
And
it
then my
either,
sister didn't
but
respond
they
right
don't
away.
get
So
it.
then I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
maybe there is something. And I had to think. Like
yeah,
sometimes my sister calls and she's like, "Damn, it's Stormageddon in Detroit." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like,
yeah,
27 inches are coming. Michigan is under, and it's like,
yeah, yeah,
girl, the snow is
yeah,
it ain't
yeah.
no snow on the ground. The sun is out. So
Right,
when we
right,
talk about this
right.
manufactured hype, is it really selling out, or
Mhm.
do they make you go and buy and want and do by the way that by the way that
Well, yeah, you
they
should.
report these
Yeah,
things and,
yeah,
and talk about it? It's
yeah,
it's marketing.
yeah, yeah. But I think too. I mean, on the real though, Matt, numbers don't lie, and you will. I mean, what happens when you say like Juicy Jersey? I remember when it was in the item shop under her link early on the first 2 or 3 games or whatever. So I was about to go get it. Um, she hadn't really. She had been breaking the record of USC. I'm just looking at her just rising ascension against some of the greats and the Hall of Famers just on the USC level. I wasn't even really thinking about outside of USC because I think what starting there was a great place to start for her. And so, getting 32 the first game, 30 the next game, 30, like, and then she kept getting Pac-12 freshman of the week, freshman of the week. All of a sudden, it's she was just zooming like at the end of freshman year, she had like 14 30-point games. And so I'm looking for the jersey. It was just there, and the jersey's gone. The jersey's still not up. Don't know why. Oh, you can't even find the jersey. But did that? But I
Here,
don't. There's no.
here's the thing
But
that
that
throws
didn't
me off
mean
about the jersey.
that didn't mean that she had sold more jerseys than anybody. It doesn't even mean that.
Here's the killer part that people don't they kill me about the jersey, right? They'll tell you the jersey is sold out. Okay. For
It doesn't mean
79
that she sold the most
for
jerseys.
but here's the thing, for 79.95, that jersey is sold out. If you want to pay 129.99, you can get what's called a custom jersey. It's gonna look
Mm-hmm.
just like that one, and
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna have her number on it. You can put her name on the back, and it's still a Juju jersey. So they kill me with the jerseys is sold out, but you'll make a custom one.
But
You'll print one anytime. I don't buy
But you
into
won't have
the jersey.
the authentic thing on there, tag on there,
Authentic, or
and
so is it
that's
not
going
an
to be
authentic? But
worth, and that's going to be worth more at the end of the day. That's why you get your authentic. You put in your code, and then because there's only been
not for
this
not for
many
somebody
made.
not for somebody who just wants to have Watkins 12 on their back.
No, right? Yeah, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, okay, all of the authentics are sold out, no problem. But if you want to make more, you can. Like it's sold out just
I
because
think that's
you're
what they
choosing
did
not to produce. You try
for
to make it. You make it a
yeah,
collector's item.
yeah. You can, and I think they, and I think that they make with Clark. I mean, they'll have her stuff inside another city, which is crazy.
Of course.
I don't know if it's Nike does that. I don't know who does that, but I just see her stuff is like readily available. Now you can flood the market that way, or you can not flood the market that way, and then like you said, I think what you're saying earlier is then now because there aren't many is worth more because it's rare.
Special edition, collector's edition. Only 100 of these available. Grab it while you
Yeah, that's
can. They
better
won't be
than
here
than
long.
flooding the market
That's marketing
with
101.
with it's like which way do you want to go? Economics, right? It's economics. What did I always say about supply and demand type thing? So it's I don't know. And it's crazy. I mean, I guess it's just sports. Sports is just a thing where Michael was done playing for years, but we all want to compare the next to him. You know what I mean? So it's okay. It's okay. I think it's just talk. I think it's just whatever. But at the end of the day, like after 10 years, let's just see where everyone is after 10 years. And age is almost at that 10 year mark. You said she's been playing for seven, at least seven.
Yeah, but the difference with Asia is that she didn't have an opportunity to have an NIL deal coming out of high school. So everybody will look ahead of Asia when you look at from high school forward because NIL didn't come into effect until she was pro after that. She was already a pro. So to me, you still these are still apples and oranges that they're trying to compare, and I just don't see the
I think it
comparison.
is. I think, and then I say apples and oranges because of position. One's a post, one's a guard. I mean, I don't know. I think when I think of the NBA, there were like I could just name several players that I liked for several reasons. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Like I don't know that I might have landed on Dr. J, but then let's say when Dr. J's era was over, it was just I like this one and I like Zeke and I like Rodman and I just I was just all over the place. I just had several. I like Charles at one point, and it's just several things were happening. I mean Tracy McGrady. It was just like all over the place. Like Shaq came. I don't know. I just why I want to see them all celebrated. I think everybody should be celebrated, but there's always a point where the public wants to crown someone. They want to
And that's
crown
what we follow
something.
sports
You
for.
know. Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
what we
crown my
follow
team.
sports for.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna crown my team.
Oh, crown my player.
This is
Yeah.
what the banter is back. This is what it's for. This is why we go looking at the highlights. This is why we get into the stats. This is why we buy the merch. This is why we follow, like, subscribe, share. It's all part of the business of the sport and enjoying it. So
Yeah.
I definitely get that. We starting to
Yeah.
get close to the end of the hour here.
Okay.
So I got Auburn and Louisiana are playing right now. Northwestern UNLV. So Georgia Tech at Rice at 2 o'clock. I expect Georgia Tech to win that game, although I am going to take
Hmm.
a look at Georgia Tech
Yeah. Take
for
a
as much
look.
as I
Take a look.
can. Let's see what
Okay.
I see there. North Carolina, Florida at North Carolina at 6:30 could be
Who you got
interesting.
on that?
Oh, I don't know enough about either one. I'm tuning in for that 6'4" guard. They got it in Florida, Miara O'Neal, 6'4"
Okay.
guard. I'm just amazed with it. So I'm gonna watch that. Um, Other than that, tonight it looks like the game is going to be like Tennessee at Memphis. I'm interested to see that because we played Memphis. Memphis isn't
Uh-huh.
they need Didi to get healthy. They need Didi to get healthy there.
Hmm.
But I want to see how Tennessee's defense can it hold up.
I
Are
just
they
think
still hot from three?
here's the thing, and I agree with Pat Riley and Patty at Summit, and y'all can tell me, otherwise what you think. I think defense wins games for sure. You gotta have a defense that can obviously steal and nullify an offensive minded team, or when you need to, get that, stop uh, that winning shot. It takes defense, but throughout the game, I think rebounding wins championships. I just believe in rebounding. I just believe in because I think more shots are missed than made. And so if you can capitalize on some of those offensive rebounds of your own team's misses and defensive rebounds to get more possessions than another team, I think rebounding is so key and so important. And I know it's not yet Saturday. I get to talk about it later. Um, Probably Friday about our matchup that someone was asking me about, and I think that for UConn, what eventually will haunt them is the fact that they lack in that area of rebounds. They lack in that area of rebounding. So
Did you get a chance to watch the game from last night? UConn's game last night.
mm-hmm.
UConn Iowa
Yeah.
State.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel? What did you? And it's interesting. UConn, Texas, and
Mm-hmm.
TCU both went over 100 yesterday
I think it was
in their
really
games. They both.
good. I think it was really good to see the player that I thought was the X factor for them with Shade step up and hit and come out smoking like that, because it just helped Paige get going and helped Strong get going. But I worry that like did you guys lay out your best shooting night as compared to for this Saturday? I think the hype around it, they're going to hype. They're already talking about Watkins versus Buckets. Fox Sports is doing a great job with that. They're hyping it up. I just hope USC is ready and hyped as much as the people are for it. Um, it would look totally different. I'm going to say it again with Kennedy, but we don't have Kennedy. But I like the way that Kiki and Rhea have been playing, as well as Ju, as well as Heckle, even Tebow doing the things that she's doing, and I need my little freshman Avery to get hot. But I still got another player on that bench that's a little secret weapon, and I hope she brings Ryan Fustier out soon. But yeah, I think we'll get him on the boards, but I need for those more offensive rebounding to take place to stay in this game. If they get hot like that shooting, and if they're not hot like that shooting, um, as far as UConn shooting, then what else? What else do they have? I think they need to do exactly what they did against Ohio State against us to win.
That's what we're gonna find out. What is it? What
I mean,
else
because
is
that's
it
what a
that they can do?
guaranteed 60. That's the guaranteed 60 point. Whereas I really just had a guaranteed 40 to 50, maybe with Sarah and Paige. But I think UConn for the deepest run is going to need others to step up, obviously, and they need something to happen inside. And Ice Brady isn't cutting it. Poor thing. I don't know. Like even their coach is like wondering like what the heck is going on with her. Like they need
What's going on?
Jade Alafeed. She ain't doing nothing. I don't know who this person
Oh
Aubrey
God, I
Griffin
seen
is.
her miss some
I
terrible
don't know.
stuff down low
It was
yesterday. It was
like
like,
yeah,
oh
they're
gosh,
down.
big for
Oh my
nothing.
god, like for nothing. Like I don't even understand that. Like what are they doing? I don't know how you guys could see them in the finals to play South Carolina, UCLA, or Notre Dame. I don't.
Because I think Grampy still only need 1.5. So if it's Paige and Sarah and a half,
Mm, mm.
if AZ is the half, I think they're okay. We're gonna find. But this is why we
Oh,
watch.
AZ. Okay.
This is why we watch. Shade is trying to do her best
I
AZ
like
impression.
Shay.
Trying to
But Shay cannot be in the
she's for
background.
sure
She
trying.
needs to be in the forefront.
She for sure trying to get AZ's minutes to look like. Um
Yeah.
and yeah, political little point out. It's been a lot of stuff in the chat. Y'all talking so much I can't even really keep up. But I did Nike releasing that sustainability report in March, open
Uh
with the
huh.
word from its president and chief executive officer John
Uh huh.
Donahoe, who said that like our brand would not be what it is today without the powerful contributions of Black athletes and Black culture.
Where are we at right now,
You know
though?
that's
I know.
that's what sums it up.
And I know I caught a little bit of political saying that our culture buys a lot of tennis shoes and stuff like that. I'm late on that. I just started buying tennis shoes a couple years ago. I never, as an athlete, I've never been ever wanted to buy no $300 tennis shoes or more.
Oh, sneakerhead
You
over
miss.
here.
I was not a sneakerhead like that. I have my Air Max. I have my certain things that I case. Should I get some K Swiss or some Reebok Classic? Like I'll do that. Before I had done any of that other stuff. But as far as like and like I told you, right now the only shoe that appeals to me, I actually like. I got Kobe's, but I don't have Sabrina's shoe. But as far as Sabrina's shoe, the way it looks, I would, I might, I wonder if I could play in them. But I like the way her shoe looks. I see everybody's player editions, and I'm not. I don't wouldn't wear Barbie shoes. I'd buy my nieces and nephew those Reese's shoes and all those. They're cute and all for them. And I seen Kiki Rice's cherry blossom shoes. I remember. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I think some players,
Hmm.
friends of mine, gave me Lisa Leslie, Cynthia Cooper shoes. I had
Hmm.
Tamika Dixon sign some. I had those early, but everything is always given to me. But as far as like buying them, oh yeah, my friend worked for Nike, so I had some Nike high tops somewhere. But
Hmm.
I didn't buy them. I don't. Listen. I know what you're saying about the culture and us always rocking the baddest shoes since Converse and different color Converse, but now you have something different going on with this Caitlin Clark thing, and just to own a piece of anything that she has until that changes, the they're not out there. I hate the way they're saying. I don't see anything that Asia's jealous about. I don't know. Am I missing something? Has she done something or said something that's making them say she's jealous and all that? I don't get
Jealous
it.
for what?
I don't know. That's what I'm like. Who is? I don't even like sometimes when I open these things, but I want to address them when I see them. But I'll be like, what is she jealous of? I mean, I think Caitlyn cleared everything up. What the game has been on the backs of, especially when they allowed us to finally play. because that's a whole nother story. Political talk about. You got a movie on it. How when he finally started a whole black starting five. Like I love the
Hmm.
Boston Celtics for years because of the fact that they had a player coach in Russell, and then they're the first team I think to integrate blacks into the NBA, and then to even have head coaches like Casey Owens and even start all blacks, at one point. So it's like a lot of equity. It's a lot of equality that's been catching up along the lines. But for the most part, we skill wise, athletics wise, have dominated the game, even on the WNBA level. But there's been after a while, I don't even really look at like, oh, here's this white girl like Kate Smith. Here's this, this white girl. That atrocity. Here's this white girl. I mean, we can Sue Bird, and you can name a few, but I don't know that. I just think that Clark, obviously, to not give her credit for bringing eyes to the game would be remiss. But I also know that I didn't know who she was until I seen Angel Reese, and that's just the way that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about you. Could just here's another thing. You look at Hannah, you look at you. They have identical stats, but some people are more drawn to Hannah because of her style of play, her versatility. I'm drawn to Ju because of what she brings, her scoring and defense, and her defensive prowess, and and her ability to impact the game, which they both do. So it's just about like what you like and what you're drawn to and the reasons why. So, and where you gonna put your money? Where your money gonna go? Where you gonna put your money where your mouth is? If you really into them. So I just think we just need to keep talking about it all. Keep talking about all
And,
of
and
it.
for me, and for me, anybody who doesn't think that there is a narrative that's driven,
Hmm.
you missing what's out here. Uh, two elections, two
Hmm.
elections. Not the one that this one, not the one in the middle, but the one before that.
Hmm.
They talked about the fact that the reason that the people, the candidates that people thought were going to win didn't win was because social media and the media had people overconfident that they had already won. And so
Hmm.
people that should have gone out and voted didn't go out and vote because the narrative was out there was that this person was in a landslide lead. They're going to take it down. And then they woke up the next morning and who they thought was going to be president wasn't. And people lost their mind. But it was because they had bought into a narrative that was put out there to keep you at home from not voting. And so sometimes it's good to pull the curtain back on some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Take a deep dive on some of this stuff. Just because it comes across Google, and now I'm seeing people tell me shit like Chat GPT said. The thing that's crazy to me about what Chat GPT says is that if you use Chat GPT, right at the bottom of it, Chat GPT tells you basically I lie sometimes. So check what I say. So
Hmm.
when people get on and they like what Chat GPT said or Google said or whatever, I'm from an era where you had to have at least three sources: a
Right.
book, an article, an interview,
Right.
the internet, a book, a person,
Right.
your experience, a book, and the internet. You had to have at least three different places where you could find something to be true.
Mm,
And
that's
now people don't
biblical.
even
That's biblical too.
and now people don't even double check the first source that they get. So check your
Hmm.
sources, folks, and pull the layers back on some of this stuff. And the thing that I tell people all the time:
Hmm.
watch the news before 6 o'clock in the morning. Get up and watch that 5 o'clock news, that 4:30 news. What they talking about early morning? Because it ain't the same stories that they really put into the mainstream part of the media day
Hmm.
at 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock when they really get started. So
Hmm.
uh, I leave people. Your beliefs are your beliefs. You trust whatever narrative that you trust, but check the facts. Check the facts is what I would say. Jew, we a little bit over an hour now. What you got before we get ready to go? We back tonight. We back tonight for Time Out. Let's talk. We are going to be talking about the USC's. We both are going to grade we both going to give a non-conference grade for where our teams are at and what we see going forward as for the conference. Because we wrapping up the non-conference. So come back. We're going to talk both USC's tonight. What you got before we get ready to get out of here, Jew?
Oh no, I'm looking forward to coming back tonight and talk a little bit more about the USC Trojans. Obviously, they have the week off. There's a lot going on in the news with the Trojan for any Trojan fans that are here, and we're gearing up for our big game on Saturday, and hopefully we're gonna have a really good game. I'm expecting. One thing I heard you say earlier that, and I agree with Big Foe, and I think it's going on with a lot of players. I think we're just tired of playing um, these non-conference inferior teams, and I think they're ready and they're anxious to really start get going against more competitive teams, and then you'll see them play in a more competitive way. So yeah, looking forward to tonight. I'm Everybody Loves Juju, and I'll see you later on timeout.
All right.
Let's talk,
And with that, y'all, I'm
coach.
getting ready to get out of here. I'm back in just a few minutes with Coach Coleman. The CC Show Wednesday cometh. Wednesday cometh. Wednesday cometh. And with that, we appreciate y'all checking in with us. Y'all make sure y'all run the likes up on both platforms. Make sure you are following, like, subscribe, share on both platforms. And until next time, we love y'all. Stay tuned. Talk soon. We are